Taylor Morgan has been brought in to do one thing, and that is to score goals. They got it from Jason Johnson very early in this season, but they need to find it elsewhere, especially in the starting 11, and that's what Taylor Morgan is supposed to do.
The rest of the starting 11 remains the same as it was in San Antonio FC's last game against Tulsa Roughnecks. Take a look at OKC Energy FC, and their starting 11 tonight is much different, and it's more about who's not in the lineup, Jeff, than who is in the lineup. Danny Koenig, their leading goal scorer, he is not in the starting 11 tonight. And poor play there by the captain, Thomas, and it's Morgan into the box, and he'll send it wide. Cyprian Hedrick got back, may have forced Taylor Morgan to shoot that one a little quicker than he wanted to. San Antonio FC's first attempt, though, at the net.
That's absolutely what happened. Taylor was definitely felt like he was forced into trying to make something happen there before he got the angle cut off, and I think it was the right decision. It was just that he didn't get it on close on goals. Their top guys are no longer with the team now. They've moved on elsewhere.
Yes, Dalgard, good run there. Sorry about that. Josh Ford came out to cut it off as Dalgard was making the run up front.
You know, Josh has definitely created a situation, Dan, where I think that sometimes maybe he makes the guys in front of him a little.
We'll spring Greg Cochran to the outside. Cochran will deliver this one across the box over Lorendi, who's down. Jason Johnson picks it back up. Top of the box, Castillo. Back in here to Michael Reed as Castillo goes down, and then Reed stripped of the ball.
Good through by Cochran, liked what he did there. If there's one thing that maybe could be criticized, maybe JJ waiting a little too long there to set it up perfectly. That's something that happened.
A little bit of momentum push for San Antonio FC these last couple trips upfield. As Dalgard's onside here, sends it back into the middle, shot, and a great save diving by Josh Ford. Turns away Wojciech. There's Johnson back into the attacking third here. Nifty footwork as he gets around Thomas. Good ball for Taylor Morgan, but he just can't get to it.
Of one team, we have seen scoring chances even when the other team doesn't have as much possession. That was close.
Alvarez, service into the box for Jason Johnson. He was there. He was brought down in the 6th, and no foul. Jason Johnson is livid, as he thought he got hauled down in the 6-yard box, and there was no call.
Well, he felt so confident about it that after he lobbied the ref, he also lobbied to the sideline.
He might have a case there. Kyle Hyland certainly had 2 hands at least on the back of Jason for energy before the end of the half. Second corner for them. Cuevas, service into the box, headed away by McCarthy. Hyland takes it out, puts it back to the top of the 6, and cleared away. That'll do it for the first half. The whistle goes scoreless between San Antonio FC and OKC Energy FC, but fireworks on both sides of the field, and a physical first half has come to an end. And Carlos Alvarez, nice move around Harris. Operating room for Carlos Alvarez. Alvarez right into the welcoming arms of Cody Lorendi.
I mean, again, it was right at Lorendi. That was not a very difficult save for him to make.
Pretty good look, though, as Alvarez opened up some space, and Rafa Castillo got upended. Meanwhile, Dalgard trying to make the run. He's got some pressure there on Milton Palacios, and Palacios goes down. And Dalgard, I think, may get a card on this one here.
He should.
And he will. A yellow card has been awarded to Sebastian Dalgard, the second time he's been yellow carded this season.
Yeah, this is a pretty obvious call for the ref to make. Get an obvious yank on the jersey twice, and then lobbying the ref for why aren't you giving me the call? Well, that's because you just pulled down your opponent and you tried one.
Chick puts it into Dalgard, who gets thrown down in the box by Milton Palacios that he cannot believe he does not get a call.
Well, these things tend to even themselves out, and for San Antonio FC fans that were wondering where the call was for Jason Johnson, well, maybe that was the equalizer.
Well, Dalgard certainly here, as Wojciech put it right to him, and Palacios runs him over, and that very well could have. Koenig is exceptionally dangerous, and there's a lot of pushing there in that 6-yard box as Ford, as he is run over, and he takes a 2-hand shove there at Koenig, and there is a dust-up developing inside the San Antonio FC net.
We are going to see at least one yellow here, Dan, at minimum.
Boy, and you've got Milton Palacios there in the net now, and both coaches are going out, Jimmy Nielsen and Darren Powell. Now, this all started before the throw, and there was a lot of contact inside that 6-yard box.
Yep.
And when it was all over, the biggest takeaway was Danny Koenig and Josh Ford, where everything started.
Ford did not appreciate the way that Koenig was in there and took.
And look
now
at
you've
Cody
got
Lorendi
all the way down
all
there.
the way downfield. They're jawing with Stephen McCarthy. And
now the
cooler
question
heads
is
trying to prevail.
Yeah, just how many yellows are you going to see? And it looks like we've got a red too. We're going to have at least one red here, and sometimes that could be as much as.
I think that you're right. I think the biggest question is, where does Josh Ford come out of all of this?
Yes. Well, Koenig's leaving right now, so you have at least that, and maybe all the rest of this, Dan, was just OKC players lobbying, thinking that it should just be Ford being ejected. But do we have another player? Now, Matt Cardoni is going to come in because obviously they're not going to. San Antonio FC isn't going to play without a goalkeeper.
So obviously, somebody else has to come out for San Antonio FC.
Right.
They'd have to play with 10 men, of course, because Josh Ford's been ejected. So, incorrectly, as Michael Reed will draw the foul from about 25, 26 yards out here.
And with Alvarez out, it was definitely going to be Rafa taking this kick.
And just missed as he gave it a go.
That was the right move. That was absolutely the right move. It kind of knuckled a little too. That was a hard look at this point in the game, especially, I think, for Lorendi.
Rafa, who scored from distance against Tulsa, was close on that occasion as come in USL play, but came in the Open Cup game in Des Moines on a header inside the box on a corner. As this one's delivered by Castillo, going up Tayu and over the crossbar, back down and cleared away from danger.
Well, great opportunity here, Dan. You got Tayu right there.
I said went over the crossbar, actually went off the left post and ricocheted out. And that is it. The whistle blows. And for all of that, San Antonio FC and OKC Energy FC play to a 0-0 draw tonight here at Toyota Field.